Sam, this is what you, the whole plan, you know, I ain't had to give me $1. The plan was to meet people and take advantage of who you meet. You know, don't meet somebody like you cool, you know. You know,
Right,
see,
right.
you know.
Right. Or be a groupie.
Yeah, no, I'm a fucking groupie, but Sam was like, he hooked me up with P. So we all, you know, we come to Houston, you know, everybody worked out in the gym, you know. So P, I just go to him, you know, study, you know, people like take pictures. I went to him and said, man, the clothing line you got is fucked up. I can help you with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, you know, and then I would give him, before this, I would give him shit. And he would be places and say, man, everybody be asking about the little, you know, the gear. And I said, yeah, everybody sending me pictures, but you got it on.
Now, before we go any further, for the people watching, we talking about Masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, we in the gym in Houston. You know, that's where everybody work out in the summertime, and you know, big gym. You know, so I had a warehouse not down the street, about 10 minutes from the gym in Houston. So P say, okay, man, let's talk. You know, I'm gonna run some games. We're gonna talk. You know, we're in the lunchroom. So we're in the lunchroom. Me, Master P, and my man Kirk Lee from Baltimore. So he say, man, all right, I need you to help me. And I'm going to shoot a movie with Nicolas Cage, Gone in 60 Seconds in LA. And then I'm gonna call you, then we can hook up, and then, well, he called me the next morning to go with him to the set.
Okay.
So I went on to the set, had a little short set on. This is when I first realized LA, where I went on that set with a little nylon, this type of shit on. It was cool in the daytime, nighttime it was cold as a motherfucker. So, and you know, he introduced me to Nicolas Cage, all this shit, the trailer cold as shit. So I kept going outside like, God. The only thing on my mind was saying, I want to get some money.
Yeah.
So I was trying to fuck the cold, but I was cold as a motherfucker. So, he, you know, they shot the movie, went to the hotel, and then from that piece, said, man, okay, you take over this line, and you know, ask, you say, man, what's your bank account? You know, back then it was Crestar Bank. I don't know if you remember. It was SunTrust and Truist. It was Crestar. He said, man, I'm gonna put some money in your bank. That way you can, you know, work, you know, get somebody to work with your stuff while you work with me.
Right.
So, all right, you know, you thinking, you know, I'm gonna put about $10,000 in the bank and all that.
Right.
So I get the. He said, well, you going back to Houston? I said, yeah, I'm going back to Houston now until, you know, you ready to come. So I flew back to Houston. My man picked me up, Black, one of the guys who put, you know, We Are One down in Manual. So we get down there, and I said, man, P say, put some money in my account. Let's go to the motion machine. I want to see what's in there. I hit that motherfucker. I ain't have like $6,000 in the bank at the time. Motherfucker said 106,000. I said, no, I just can't. Like, I said, hold on. Let me deduct 20. I looked at everything. Oh shit, Joe. I said, what the fuck is this shit, man? I said, man, you know. So that really kind of made me nervous, and I'm telling Sam and all that shit. So the next week, man, P on a plane, going to his house. On the app, first we met Leland Harley, and that was his agent in, I think, Dallas, signed a contract, a 50-50 deal.
Okay.
You know, then went to his house, he showed me his house in Louisiana, and he showed me all this crazy shit, all this, you know, we going to the gas station, this nigga own gas station, they don't even know on this shit. Like, you know, it's all these things about it incorporated, they eating hot dogs and shit, you know. You know, you ever see this nigga don't eat, you know, no, he ain't going to no Ruth Chris and all that shit. Right. Nigga going to McDonald's, any soul food shit. We ain't never ate no more, none of that.
Right.
In the 3 years I worked with him, he, you know, put me in, you know.
That might have been his way of staying grounded, I guess.
Well, when I tell you, you know, some people see a lot of stuff he do on Facebook, and it's all true. Some people like, nah, it changed my whole life. Nobody never gave me 100. I came home, first thing I did was brought my mother a house. I told my sister, I said, I don't care where you move, just move. I said, get off Fifth and O, just move. I said, I got everything. I said, a lot more is coming after this, so, you know, he went from, you know, no limit, we was at, we probably making $100,000 in sales. Probably in January when Jay-Z Pennies, they wrote a $900,000 order, one of the first orders. So we went from 100,000 to almost 2 million quickly, you know, in months. So
Right.
that's when all my friends started coming, man, we can do this, we can, so
Right.
when I left, No Limit, I left P, I said, okay, because P at the time wasn't really into clothes. It was more like trying to be like Puffy,
Yeah.
with Bad Boys. So
Yeah.
that's why I had to come in and say, no, man, we can't put the tank on the goddamn clothes. The tank is music. You know what I'm saying? You leave the tank over there, that's music.
Right.
Can't put, ain't nobody buying it unless you're in Louisiana and shit.
Absolutely.
So keep it clean. So he got to, and not being a yes man to him. That's what I think he loved the most.
Be sure to get at me for the Eventbrite link to get your tickets to the October 10th sweatsuit party, celebrating my 51st birthday with Push Play and DJ Battle. Tickets are only on sale on the Eventbrite link. Meetup PG does not allow sales at the door. So get at me. Let's get these tickets going. Let's have some fun October 10th. Thank you for your continued support and Patriots. Isn't life sweet?